Well, if you watched the Super Bowl last night, you know there's a lot more going on than just the game. There are the mascots, there's the halftime entertainment, cheerleaders, all sorts of things to just draw you in and let you have a good time.
Yeah, and that's the case with most professional sports. And down in North Carolina, the NBA's Charlotte Hornets have a Delmarva man to thank for getting the crowd hyped up for their home games. Delmarva Life's Sean Stryker caught up with the Pocomoke native to learn about his journey to announcing in the NBA.
A 6'6" guard from Lower Marion High School in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
If Kobe Bryant was built to play basketball, then Patrick Doughty was made to be an announcer. But just like the guys he's introducing, Pat didn't start out in the NBA.
Take me back to, I know you started when you were in high school.
Yeah.
You could take me back to that time. How did you get into announcing?
Let's start off by saying I thought I was an athlete. So I was playing JV basketball at Pocomoke, and that off season, just before you're about to go to varsity, Dave calls all the guys in to tell them what they need to work on. I'm talking about David Bird, of course, athletic director at Pocomoke. And he would call in different guys and say, hey, you got to work on dribbling, you got to work on ball handling, I need you to work on your jump shots and free throws, and it was my turn. And everybody called me Pat Doughty, the whole name. So he said, Pat Doughty? Yeah, Dave. I need you to find something else to do.
That something else just happened to be announcing.
Once I heard my voice the first time go out over the loudspeaker, the intercom, the PA system, and I heard people's reactions, it was a shot of adrenaline. I was hooked.
That was in 1985. Eventually, Pat's voice could be heard announcing everything from soccer to UMES basketball. And it was while he was working at UMES that he found out about a new NBA team heading to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Found out they had an audition process, and I called and tried to get in, and there was no luck. They were just saying, Mr. Doughty, it sounds great, but you're so far away, and we got guys a lot closer. Look, we've got over 500 people auditioning.
Not one to give up easily, Pat decided to make a few more calls.
Left a voicemail in about 10 different mailboxes, and I got a call back 2 days later saying that, Mr. Doughty, you're pretty persistent. We're going to let you come on down and give it a shot.
One shot was all it took. He landed the job in 2004 and is still the public address announcer for the NBA's Charlotte Hornets.
Get on your feet and greet your Charlotte Hornets.
During the game, man, I do everything. Yeah, who scored the bucket? I do the intros. I do the advertisements. I bring out the cheerleaders, the honeybees. You like that? And I do it all, just everything that needs to be informative during a game situation. For those 3 hours, I've got your attention. I'm talking the entire time.
A dream job that Pat says leaves him pinching himself from time to time.
It's surreal because you hear yourself doing it and you see what's going on, and you watch all these people that are all on television all the time, and you've been watching some of them for years, and it kind of takes you aback. And of course, my boss, Michael Jordan, who calls me P, or big guy, you know, to just be acknowledged and know that this guy knows you. This is Michael Jordan. He's one of the most famous people in the entire world. It's kind of an exciting deal.
Exciting, but difficult. Announcing a sport played by some of the world's best athletes is not easy.
The game is so quick. I really got to be on my toes. You can't slack for a second. There's always something going on. And then when there's a break in the action, it's entertainment time.
Despite the challenges, Pat has been able to excel and has developed a unique style. One he attributes to his childhood.
I was really into like old TV shows. And so I Love Lucy and Andy Griffith's Show and things like that. And of course, the Jefferson Sanford and Son. I realized, you know, those things had live studio audiences back then. So you needed something to catch the attention of the people. And I'm being honest with you. And that was a big deal for me.
And even with all of his success in North Carolina, Pat says his heart remains here on Delmarva.
Now I have a grandson, so that's a new realm for me. My grandson, Nas, I mean, he's only 2, but I want to be in this thing long enough so that he understands, hey, that's what Pop does. My grandmother's 91 years old, Miss B. Jones, and every time I come home, she allows me to come home and hang out with her, and that's one of the greatest things in the world to still have her around.
Isn't that a great story? Now, Pat says while it's cool to meet and interact with all the players, it's not his favorite part of the job. For him, it's all about the fans. He says just being able to make them smile for a few hours, he absolutely loves it, makes it all worth it.
But his boss is Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is his boss. How cool is that?